One.
We got it.
One.
Hey.
Cool. What up, guys? You're listening to... I woke up for this now. Now, that's such a crappy intro.
Yeah, that's the worst intro.
Well, that's what we're starting with this time. We got Mark Way in here. We got Blaze.
Hello.
That's me in here. And then we got our friend, comedian Kyle Huber in...
A.K.A. Nephilim Soup.
Yeah, well, at Instagram at Nefla, but I'm representing my proud German from Russia heritage.
Knofla.
German from Russia?
Correct. Yep.
I didn't even know there was any Russians in Germany.
I'm German.
Other way around, Germans
from Russia.
Right, but like, what I'm saying is, didn't they have a wall around your country and then people were
This was
stuck
like
in there?
This was from way before.
Yeah, this is when Russia had czars and all that.
Yeah.
This is before Red Russia and all
We
that.
have a Russia. We have a czar. I mean, we have a drug czar.
Yeah, well, this one wasn't.
Well, look what happened with our borders.
Yeah, but that's not because of drugs.
And wall. Are you thinking of the Berlin Wall between
I'm
East and West Berlin?
No, dude,
Because-
Germans
that's what I was saying. But I'm thinking right now of the Pink Floyd album.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. I always I liked the "Wish You Were Here" album better personally.
That the one with the guys
Man
on fire? Yeah.
yeah.
Oh.
It's a good one. Shine on You Crazy Diamonds on that one.
That's-
I thought we were going deep dive on Pink Floyd here.
Oh,
that's
I
what
thought we were
going
talking
with here,
about.
Mark Way.
I thought we were talking about Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds.
That's is that the Beatles, right?
It is the
Yeah,
Beatles.
it is.
Beatles.
'Cause it's like Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds is LSD.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I never knew that.
I just
Really?
made that up.
L said.
Just kidding. It's a well-known fact.
Yellow Submarine's their best song anyway.
I'm a big fan of that.
Ringo Starr's number 9, best song ever.
Did
Like,
Ringo
of
write
all
that
time.
one?
I don't know. Number 9.
He's a creep, man. His biggest hit was that "You're 16, you're beautiful, and you're mine." It's like 18 would have sang just as well, Ringo.
I think he said 18, but you heard 16.
Yeah. Some would say it doesn't have the Ringo to it. But
Nice.
Ah, ha, ha, ha.
or he's spitting with crazy Ringo. Just with an accent.
Wasn't there a Johnny Depp dog movie called Ringo?
No, he wasn't a dog. He was
Coyote?
nope.
Oh, he's a
He's
lizard.
He's
yeah.
a lizard, and
Oh,
his name is
That's right. I don't
Django
think-
Unchained?
I think it was just Django, right?
No,
With
not
the-
Django.
Yeah.
That's
He's,
strictly used for just one movie now. There can never be another Django.
Well, I thought that
Yeah,
lizard
you're-
was also Django with like a D in front of it, right?
No, we'll figure it out.
It was Durango.
It was Durango.
That's a town in Colorado.
It's also a model for Dodge.
Yes.
Surprised you didn't know that. Mark
I did
Way.
know that. No, we didn't get to that yet.
It's Rango.
Yeah, it's Ringo?
Rango.
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 Okay.
That's like Oingo Boingo.
Yeah.
That's the band who made the... Actually, I think, is it Danny Elfman who's from the band Oingo Boingo?
Now, isn't Danny Elfman like the...
Yes.
He made like all those crazy... You got to stop moving. I keep moving my cameras for you, Kyle, and you keep moving around. I have
Yeah,
this set
I'm
up.
standing up.
Kyle.
I'm standing up now.
Jeez Louise.
Well, I thought the chair would be more. I'm not complaining. I'm just gonna stand.
No, I'm
So,
complaining.
Yeah. Oh, I'm moving the wrong
Making it
camera. I'm
hard
pointing
for
the
me.
wrong camera at him.
Okay, there we go. What were we just talking about?
We're talking about
Danny
Django in
Elfman.
the Sky
Didn't
with Diamonds.
Danny Elfman made like the Simpsons theme and stuff, didn't he?
Yeah, and well, pretty much every movie in the 90s. Like, he worked a lot with Tim Burton. Danny Elfman made...
Nightmare Before Christmas, like that one.
Well, like the music anyway, not
Oh,
the
okay,
like he did
yeah.
the music. He didn't do any like, animations or anything that I'm aware of. I mean, who knows? Maybe Danny Elfman.
Oh, he wasn't at Oingo Boingo.
Nice.
What do you know?
Nice.
Which is kind of what most of his sound, like his theme music and stuff, kind of sounds like.
Yeah.
I
think he did- If I'm not mistaken, he might have done the Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
That would make sense.
Yeah. I don't know.
Like the beginning.
Yeah.
What's your favorite part of Pee-wee's Big Adventure?
Oh gosh, I absolutely loved that movie when I was a child. Gosh, I mean, to pick one favorite part it's so difficult. Like one of the things is like he wraps up his bicycle and he's like pulling the chain out of his little saddlebags there. But whoever did the editing, you can clearly see like he's pulling the chains out. Like there's a ton of chain in the saddlebag, but it's clearly coming up through the bottom of the saddlebag. You know, like they were paying back too far, and it was just like, hey, let's see. When he's in the pool, when Francis is in the pool and he's running and he just does that like wide open flying W chest dive into the water to get Francis.
Actually, I was gonna say that part too. when he jumps into Francis, he's like, Francis, you whale.
And he jumps. Oh,
or when he tells him Large Marge sent you. When he's in with like Marge, I guess, when it's like, tell him Large Marge sent you, and she turns around and her whole face just.
That was some Tim Burton-esque.
That was.
I used to work with a lady named Marge, and she was large. And me and my friend young James, we would always say, "You don't know who Large Marge is?" And she would just basically play dumb. And we're like, "Lady, this is one of the biggest movies of not all time, but I know you know who Large Marge is. You're just playing dumb because you're, you know, a 320-pound lady named Marge, and you don't want to be nicknamed Large Marge."
Yeah.
And we're like, well, little do you know.
Maybe she really was dumb, too. Maybe she wasn't just playing dumb.
Dumb and Large Marge.
Yeah.
She's a double whammy.
Yeah, dumb Large Marge. There's regular smart truck driving Large Marge, and there's dumb Large Marge.
Yeah, Large Marge in Pee-wee's Big Adventure actually wasn't even that large.
No, she wasn't. She was just a...
She had to have gotten that name somewhere else, not because of size. She got that because...
personality,
Yeah,
maybe?
exactly.
Yeah,
Just a large personality.
Yeah.
She
definitely
probably
filled
killed
up
a couple
that
people in the desert. It's like, she's at large, you know?
Oh, at Large Marge. But people were like, it doesn't roll off the tongue. Let's just call her Large Marge.
Yeah,
she
that's
was like, I'm 125 pounds, you jerks.
Yeah. Then they made Instagram handles, and now she's at Large Marge.
She can't get away from it. She's like, ooh. She somehow broke the system, and she's L at sign RG Marge. Like she's put the letter before.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Her
Can you do
daughter's
that?
like really into tarot cards and stuff like that, actually. It's medium Marge.
Oh.
All right, Kyle. We're going to give you that one.
I was really wondering where you were going with that.
I was
That's
like,
pretty
what?
good.
She can talk to the dead. She's medium Marge.
Yeah.
We're doing size jokes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, and her granddaughter is actually the least amount of pop you can order at a movie theater. She's small Marge.
She's small Marge.
That would be
Nice.
that would be child's Marge if it was the smallest pop.
No.
you could get at a movie
Children's cups are free.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I've never reproduced, so I wouldn't know.
You never reproduce.
No, not
Come-
that, no. I don't believe so.
Dude,
And honestly,
Well,
most of the
nobody-
gals I get with are like too old to be carrying.
Nobody
childs.
reproduces.
I reproduce all the time, but pretty much just like I split into two. I'm actually like just the beginning of a cell
Like,
turning into. I'm just the beginning of a life form becoming multiple of myself, and I keep sending them out.
to go do other things.
Yeah.
Reminds me of a movie called The Last Starfighter. Anyone?
No.
Anyone?
No.
Widely regarded as probably the best movie of all time. A young man from a trailer park plays a video game called The Last Starfighter, but little does he know that The Last Starfighter is a training for intergalactic warfare.
Yes.
And then he gets a special ship, but in order for his friends and family to believe that he's still there on Earth, a guy gives him some weird thing, and he has to touch him, and then there's like an electricity zap or something like that, and then he like is just gelatinous in a bed until he forms into the guy he's supposed to be.
I do remember that.
Like flubber. Just a gelatinous form.
I mean, it was like more wet than flubber. Like if you were to have it in your hands, you'd be like disgusting.
Be like the ooze from
Yeah, he
Teenage
was-
Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Well, that's just like what's that stuff called? Oobleck or something like that.
It's called ooze.
Yeah, ooze. It's
Secret
not a
of
scientific
the
term.
the show is actually called Secret of the Ooze.
Yeah, but what is the green stuff?
Ooze, man.
No, Louise Guzman is from that movie Waiting and Monte Cristo, The Count of Monte Cristo. What is the green stuff that the turtles were from?
I'm pretty sure they just call it ooze.
The
I know,
sewer?
I'm just trying to pretend that. I'm sorry.
Oh, actually, it's called mutagen.
Yeah, I was actually
Mutagen,
thinking
okay.
mutagen, but I didn't want to say that because I didn't want to appear like.
Are
I
you on
was a-
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Wiki, Blaze?
I googled it. I used the AI feature.
Is mutagen just a
What was
generic
that?
term?
Yeah. Well, it said the ooze in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is called mutagen. I don't think that there's actually like a mutagen that's general in
Like,
life.
Well, I think anything that like. I think mutagen is a word, but it's like something that like
Yeah, actually,
causes
a
something to
mutagen.
turn into
Yeah,
something else.
mutagen is the physical or chemical agent that causes a mutation. So it'd be
Yeah.
like
That's
if,
what I just. Yeah.
if radiation. You know what, Mark Way?
I'm so
You
smart.
are
Learn
pretty
stuff here.
smart. Yeah, that is
like, nice.
I can't believe we came up. I can't believe something actually was true that we talked
We
about.
just we usually make stuff up here, and it's just so wild that it's not true at all. But that one,
That's the one
hit
that
it on the
doesn't
head.
sound like it would have been true.
mutagen is such a made-up word, but it's actually real. It's like
Yeah. Dude, when we were
It's the
talking
same.
about, when I was talking about how I just clone myself all the time to reproduce, so I was listening to, I heard this one comic, I think it was Robbie Bernstein or something, but he had a funny joke where it was, he was talking about how, like, the whole thing was that Joe Biden had all these clones. You know, people were saying that, or they're like, oh, that's a clone. He's like, what are they doing with all these clones now? They're just killing them, like, at the end of the Prestige after one-time use.
Wait, the Prestige was about cloning?
Was it the Prestige? Yeah, right?
That's
I
the
don't know.
military movie, right? With
No, the Prestige is the magician movie where it's the two different magicians both like fighting on who's the best magician. It's Christian Bale.
No, that was the
and-
incredible Burt Wonderstone.
nobody ever says that movie title ever. It's like been burned in history. Like it's taken out of the book. The Prestige,
Yeah, it's Hugh Jackman versus Christian Bale, and they're both like the best magicians. And then like
the greatest showman on earth.
I just gave away the ending of the movie.
I think it's
Multiplicity.
fine.
Yeah, it's been around since 2006.
I'm gonna be honest. I have never heard of the Prestige. I thought was like a military movie with like Kevin Costner and I don't know who else was in it. I'm gonna look it up on my own device. I can't see the computer screen, so I just have to trust what Blaze says. Generally, I do, but I'm the Prestige. How do you spell the?
Prestige. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it is.
Yeah. I don't
It's
know.
a thriller.
Dude, that movie rules.
Dude, I've never even heard of this.
Zetus Lapidus, Markway, get with it. You and your
I'm
Kevin
thinking of the
Costner.
Prestigio. Prestigio.
I think you're thinking of Bull Durham with Kevin Costner.
No, that's the movie with the guy Robert Redford where he hits the thing out of the wrapper, the baseball out of the leather.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we're.
Prestigio.
I don't think that there's anything with prestigious in Kevin Costner because I've been googling, and have not been finding anything about Kevin Costner being prestigious.
Yeah, that's not a real Kevin Costner. Oh, okay, Prestigio. No.
No, there's one called The War,
That's
starring Kevin Costner. No, 1 second. Civil War movie with Kevin Costner.
I don't know.
Horizon, an American Saga. Are you thinking of Horizon? Is that what you were thinking of, Mark Way?
What's the movie where they go into the bubble and then they can
Biodome.
That is, you're thinking of
Yeah,
Biodome.
you're thinking of Biodome with Pauly Shore and
Stephen Baldwin.
Yeah.
Jinx, you owe me a coat.
Yeah, I'm still just getting.
I can't
I'm
spell
getting.
the Prestigio.
I put in Kevin Costner.
Apocalypto. You seen that one?
Yeah, of course I've
That's
seen
a
it. It's
great
Mel
movie.
Gibson.
Yeah.
He directed and wrote it or whatever. I don't know. That
Kevin-
movie actually was like way too violent for not way too violent, but it was like, geez, like holy moly.
Yeah, that's what the Aztecs did. So
Yeah, I know. And actually, so it's crazy. Before guns, like I'd much rather. Okay, here's the question.
Before guns. That's actually just like a time thing where it's like BG, like before Christ.
Yeah.
PG, before guns came along. Okay, let me ask you this.
Before guns, after nukes, AN.
You're going to get... So would you rather get shot, stabbed, or hit with a club?
There's a lot of variables
Where
there.
are you getting hit with a club? Are you getting hit?
It's
like-
all random. It's
like-
all random.
Well, if you're getting if you're getting shot, stabbed, or hit with a club in the shoulder, I'd rather get hit in the club.
Yeah, I mean,
50
and
Cent?
if it's going to be like an old school, like World War I getting shot where I'm going to like bleed out and get infected by the shrapnel and it's a whole thing, like I'd rather just get my throat slit instead of going through that.
Well, we're not saying dying. Just which would you rather do? Here's the
I have
thing:
to survive
if
the
I'm
thing?
if I'm getting
Yeah,
hit,
dude. Lots of people
Yeah.
survived dysentery and gangrene and
Yeah.
yeah,
foots when they got shot in the leg and stuff.
So the question is like, which would I want to survive? Getting hit with a club, shot, or stabbed?
Well, if you're gonna die, then none of it matters.
Yeah.
If you get hit with a
Well-
club in the head, you're gonna die. If you get shot
Exactly.
in the head, you're gonna get dead.
I don't want it to last forever, though.
Well,
you
nobody
know?
does.
That's what I mean.
Yeah,
So,
well, you're gonna-
like, if
just
it's,
answer the question.
well, if it's
Kyle.
to the head, I'm gonna take a gunshot to the head. That's gonna be quickest, as opposed to
Well, I would
I-
rather get knifed in the head because it's just like you could survive a knife to like the side of the brain more than you'd get bludgeoned or shot, I'd say.
Yeah, do you think-
Right? I just have a big cut on my head if I just get, you know.
Well, is the downward force pressure from the person stabbing you?
I think it still takes quite a bit to get through your skull.
Yeah, well, I mean, if it's one of those like samurai, the knives they sell late at night on television. I mean,
or the
Oh,
samurai-
on television. Oh, I thought you were talking about the guy in the alley who like
Yeah.
opens his coat up and he's got all
Just
his
a bunch
knives.
and just a couple samurai swords. You mean like the samurai swords that I buy at the truck stops?
yeah,
Right, right.
That's one of the funniest things to have at truck stops.
Chase Rader
Well,
has that great joke about truck stops.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, he does.
Say what you want about truck stops. It's a great place to buy a samurai sword at midnight. Whatever. I can't do Chase's jokes
Dude, what
justice.
also I think is funny about that is there's a samurai sword salesman who goes to those places and sells them samurai swords. Right?
Oh,
So there's
yeah.
a guy coming around being like, hey, think of how many of these you could put in this case with your other like tractor toys.
Yup.
You think he has like a big truck like the Fastenal and Snap-on guys just with
Yeah.
martial arts
Yeah.
weapons and kendo sticks?
When I was a little kid, they had a place down the street from my house called O's. It was like, it wasn't just a straight O. It was like, I don't know, Chinese or something. Asian, definitely. But it was a martial arts store. So, like, you'd walk in there and, like, you could buy ninja stars, which we did. Like, I mean, we would literally, like, try to save up $5 to buy a ninja star. And, like, if I still had them, oh, my gosh, best believe I'd...
How many ninja stars do you think the ninjas were carrying around?
Well, they had like I wouldn't say a pouch, but like, and it was always weird to me in the movies. They'd always pull them out of their like, they had like their robe. and
Yeah,
then,
those
like
things
a-
don't have pockets,
right,
you know?
and they
all of a
would
sudden
pull them
they'd be
out of
throwing
their
stars.
little strap,
you-
like their
yeah.
fake belt or whatever, and they would just be tucked in there. They'd pull them out, and then
You'd think that they would. Well, you know what? I don't know if they would carry around a sack because there'd be too much jingling around, and ninjas are super quiet.
right.
So they probably did somehow have them tied like against their body.
That's what the common lore is.
So I'm sure you could only carry around 6 to 7 ninja stars at a time. Then you'd have to go get them again.
Because you'd have to have your sword in the back, and you couldn't have two crossover swords. Like they like to show you two
Yeah,
swords, but
yeah.
they'd be bumping into each
Yeah.
other
Yeah.
all the time. You know.
Clanging around
Yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah.
It's not stealthy.
It's not stealthy, and you got this thing over your shoulder, so like you go to bend down. Like if I was just bending over this, if I was bending down in this microphone, I'd whack it with my samurai sword.
Yeah.
You know,
Like, did you ever have forget how many books you had in your backpack in high school, and you like bend over to get something at your locker, and all of the weight just came down,
whacked you in the back of the head. No, I never had that. Of course, I did. I did have that a lot. It happened a lot.
We had this thing where I went to high school. I don't know who coined the term, but they called it nuggeting. You nugget someone's backpack. That's where you take out all of their possessions and completely flip it inside out, and then have the strings from the zippers like inside, so everything would just be trapped inside your backpack inside out. It's called nuggeting. It was a very big deal I went to school. We didn't have a lot to do.
That doesn't make any
No,
sense.
yeah.
Like,
How'd they come up with the term nuggeting?
I don't know. I mean, how do they come up with any term?
And how
Right?
did you-
usually they
Well,
make
yeah, there's
sense to
something
what it
different.
is you're doing. Like
If you know what like Lion Kinging is, there's like a reason between that.
I'm not familiar with that one.
I'll tell you off air.
yeah, like
So-
basketball. It's a basket, and you play it with a ball.
Yeah.
Basketball.
I guess that's true.
Nuggeting.
Yeah.
Like I could understand if it was like you just got JanSported. You know what I mean? Because JanSport's a popular backpack brand.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
But I was thinking like, or you just fill their bag with a bunch of chicken nuggets.
Gold nuggets. So you make them really, really rich.
Yeah.
You're like, haha, I got you. You're like,
Yeah.
okay.
Or you take a dump in their backpack and you're
Yeah.
like, I nuggeted you.
That's actually probably what I'm. No, that doesn't sound good.
Not people
I'm
that
gonna
are
go
like,
back to school and I'm gonna start pooping in kids' backpacks.
yeah.
I'm gonna do that.
Took an upper decker at a frat one time in Grand Forks because they kicked my buddies out of the party, and I didn't know anyone else. I came with these guys, and I was just like dinking around meeting people, and they came back and they're like, I'm like, where'd my friends go? And they're like, we kicked them out. Which it was just like frat boys being frat boys that kicked my friends out. So I was like, oh yeah, well they suck anyway. And so I'm like, where's your bathroom? And they're like, here. And I like went to the upstairs one, found a different one, upper deckered.
Upper
Proudest thing I've actually ever done. No one, people talk about the upper decker, and no one does the upper decker.
Turned it into Alpha Beta Crappa.
Oh,
Ooh, nice.
that's a good
Nice.
one.
That is pretty good. That is pretty good. I've never upper decked. I think one time I did go to a party in the bathroom, and somebody had peed all
There was
over
a
the
party in the bathroom.
Party in the bathroom.
I went to
I
a
one time
party,
went to a party.
and in the bathroom. I went to a party in the bathroom. Somebody had peed all over the toilet paper roll, and I was like, "A good thing I don't have to poop." But like, who does that?
Yeah, that's
Like that's just mean.
That's some
you
of those
know?
times like where you got to put a little water on to get the rest. You're like, they actually helped you out.
I cleaned out bathrooms for Parks and Recreation, and you'd see wild stuff all the time, man.
The TV show.
Yeah, like the
Yeah, he
TV
actually just
show.
worked on set cleaning out the
just cleaning out
toilets.
their bathrooms, dude. Yeah, Nick Offerman, you do not want to clean up after that. But you'd see crazy stuff in there all the time, It's like, I remember one day I had to spend, it probably took me a good 20 minutes trying to get a maxi pad out of a toilet 'cause somebody had tried to flush it, so it was clogged.
Oh.
I mean, you wouldn't believe how much this thing's can absorb, man.
Yeah.
It wasn't your standard, like,
They show you on TV how much they can absorb.
Yeah.
They're like, they always show the little water droplet, like the little
Yep.
bleep, bleep, bleep. I'm like, well,
those are like the tampon commercials because there's a difference
don't know the
between
difference.
like the tampon and like the maxi pad. Is like, I
Yeah.
mean that's like it's almost like a pillow you can take with camping.
That is true. And,
Like, yeah.
Yep. And I was thinking, Mark Way, I do know the difference now, but it'd be funny to have those pads and then just also turn it into a mattress commercial where they drop a bowling ball on it.
And the wine doesn't tip over.
Yeah.
yeah.
Absorb all the shock.
yeah. Or if the wine does tip over, it just expands.
Yeah.
Actually, I think we got a new way to
don't
make
think
beds.
They're gonna have to use white wine because you don't want to be using red wine
Yeah,
in
on
that
a maxi
commercial.
pad,
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
poor taste.
Very poor taste, especially after you squeeze it out into the glass. Gross, dude.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's.
Why
let's,
are you even here, Kyle?
Yeah, let's get into this. Let's get into why Kyle is here
Why are
on
you
this
here?
earth. We're gonna get real existential. No, Kyle has an idea here of what he's gonna do since it is election day.
Today?
The third most important election that I've voted in. Every single time it's like, this is the most important
Yeah,
one. And
every
then-
election, it's the most important one
and
in our
then-
country's history.
for that time,
And
yeah.
nothing ever happens that's even that insane. And then everyone yells at each other for the next 4 years. No matter what, everyone's getting yelled at.
Somehow it's more important than whether or not Lincoln gets in. Somehow this is more important than that election.
Lincoln Park.
Lincoln from the Mob Squad? The Mod Squad?
Mod Squad, I don't know. You lose me on references sometimes.
Yeah, because I'm old. And that's what I was going to bring up. No, none of the elections are always important, but like nobody hated each other after like when Ronald Reagan was president or George Bush became president or Bill Clinton, like people were like, oh, I didn't vote for Bill Clinton, but it wasn't like they were going to the polls and like beating up pollsters or like trying to stop people from voting. Like
it's a religion
it was like,
now. I mean, it's just nuts.
It's like people are like, if you go to a what is it? If you're in Boston and you go to a New York game like the Yankees versus Boston or whatever, if you go to one of those games, those people will fight each other for real. Like if you're in Boston wearing a Yankees hat, somebody will try to beat you up. No questions asked. Same with, I don't think it's like that in New York. I don't know, but like
Southern college football gets like that.
Oh, yeah, Alabama.
Well, there was just one over the weekend. I think it was at Florida State where cops were just billy clubbing the crap out of a couple guys.
Yeah. Well, there was also that one. There was that other turd. There's that other turd in Baltimore. You see that? This one guy was just like this huge
Ravens
idiot.
or Orioles or what?
Ravens.
Okay.
And he was just running around. He's like 6. I bet this guy's 6'8".
Jeez.
And he was just running around and he goes, they're like, get another one. And he just goes up and clocks these like little guys.
Well, everybody's little if you're 6'8".
No, but I mean, like, when you look at this, you're like, these guys are like littler. And he just knocks this guy out. And then he's like, I don't lose. And then everyone looked at him on the internet. They're like, that's this guy. And they found him right away. He lost his job and got sent to jail.
Well, yeah, good.
And they were like, he's got a bad alcohol and coke habit. You got to let him out soon. They're like, this is like the 8th time he's done this. You can't keep using that. Like, he's just a misdirection kid. You're like, okay, yeah, but he's got a misdirecting his fist into people's faces.
Well, that people knew how he was immediately, you know. It's not like it used to be where, you know, you could just leave your family and just go the next county over and just start a new life.
Yeah, this was like
ever find out.
This was like a rich guy's kid and stuff too, who was now like a financial planner, because that's what all rich guys' kids do.
Yeah, you mean they're not upstanding citizens like Kevin Kramer's kids, or what? No,
that's political. We don't. We don't.
No politics.
Yeah.
I thought that's what we were getting into.
Oh yeah,
today.
No,
right.
we're not.
We're
We're not
doing.
We're not
any of
getting
that.
into politics.
Yeah, we're gonna.
We're not getting
run for
into
mayor.
politics. We're saying you're doing a political stunt.
Yeah,
doing a
But
radio
this is
stunt.
but this is not for. I truly do not care.
yeah. This isn't one side or the other. This is so. Let me just quick synopsis of what's happening here. You're on the show today, Election Day.
I am.
And then what you're going to do is come back here in 1 week without any knowledge, supposedly, of who has won the election. So by tonight, midnight, or whatever, sometimes it's early Wednesday morning, they know who won. And you're not going to know, and we're going to tell you who wins next week, Tuesday.
Correct. I have to go a whole week not knowing. And I might as well just do everything, right? I'm not going to know the result of measures or senators. I might as well just black out.
there's
Right,
no
how
way
are you
can
gonna
try
find
get
out?
one
Yeah.
Well,
out
I'm
the
just
other.
saying. I'm just clarifying.
Well, it's not like you're going to be like, who won the election of measure number 4? And it's not going to come up. I don't know what, dude. So Kyle in our like chats has been doing this thing where he's like, I'm going to go a full week without having any social media to not know who wins the election. And then he's like, but I mean, I'll turn on the Vikings game this weekend. We're like, you can't do that. They'll say something about it for sure. And he's like, nope, won't happen. We're like, yes, it will. You can't do that.
First off, I said I was just going to tune in to radio when it started and ended.
That
just
brings
the
up
ball
another-
that
matter.
went
Yeah.
wrong.
We're
Well,
gonna
I'll black
talk about
it out
that in a
anyway.
second.
But,
No. And then today he's like, hey, I think that I'll just call into this other show too to tell them what I'm doing halfway through the week. I'm like, no, then they're going to tell you. He keeps putting all this.
They're going to pick up the phone and be like, this person won. And he'll be like, what? You can't. There's two things.
We know that Kyle just wants to know the recreational marijuana law. We'll text you that one.
that would be super convenient.
Yeah, we'll
if you can let me
text
know
you that
about
one.
that.
Other than that,
Quit driving around paranoid the past decade.
Yeah, but that's because
you've been using the
the product is making you that way. So I guess tell us your plan on how you're going to isolate from, and I mean, you could say like, I'm not going to go on social media, but like it's so much more than social media.
Well, I
There's
know
gonna
because
be,
even thinking about like, so like I could walk into the gym where I go and I could use the pool, but I'm also risking at that point, maybe hearing people talking or something like that. But I definitely can't go to the cardio area. There's too many TVs. It's just too risky. So I definitely can't do any of that.
I think you're gonna have
even
to
just going in to use the pool is a little bit risky.
Yeah, I'd say that's a no.
You're gonna have to basically sit at your house with no TV or radio for a week.
Well, I was figuring TV channels though. Like I would be safe with
no
TV and Turner Classic.
Nope.
This is like
Turner Classic is not good. Turner Classic, all those TV, they're gonna all have commercials, and they're all
Turner Classic doesn't have commercials though.
They have old movies.
Yeah, that's all they have.
Dude, they have to have some commercials. Turner Classic, because else how do they? They for sure have commercials.
Not really. No, they don't really have commercials. Only commercials are like advertising for other shows coming up. But
yeah, but you also don't know if then all of a sudden they're like, democracy is ruined because that is one of the funniest things now. That's just like both parties are just like, if you vote for them, we'll never have democracy. It's like, no, if we vote for them, we'll never have democracy.
Oh yeah, every billboard is like, protect your rights, vote for this side.
I'm like, who are you for? You're saying the same exact thing.
Yeah, that's everyone's campaign. Is like, if my opponent wins, it's the end of the country.
Yeah,
that's everyone's campaign.
My favorite campaigns are the smaller ones where it's like, vote no on Measure 4. If you don't want your children to die.
Yeah.
Like, what? Like, what is that about? And it's like, well, it's actually just a school board adding a member to the school board. But if I add one person, my kids will die. You know, like.
It's on you, Markway.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%. But they, like, a lot of them don't even say what the measure is. They just have, like, a smiling face and they say, vote no on or vote yes on. Mm-hmm. Like, one in particular I remember a long time ago was about pharmacies. Is in North Dakota, you can't have a pharmacy inside, and maybe it's changed now, but like every pharmacy has to be its own independent operation. Like you can't have a Walmart pharmacy. Like in Dilworth, there's a Walmart pharmacy. In Fargo, there is not. It's like I don't know, there's like a thrifty white pharmacy in Walmart. I think that's how it goes. But anyway, the Walmart has so much money, they were just basically lying about all the stuff that would happen if you didn't allow oh, you're paying way too much because of the pharmacy price, blah blah blah. And it's like, well, Walmart, you just want that money. So like, I don't know, whatever side of the election always seems to lie about whatever the issue is to get people scared into voting for them.
Well, you were talking earlier, like people fighting at polls and stuff like that. It's just like, no matter who you vote for, it's just we give them too much power by letting them affect just our moods so much.
Exactly.
I'm not saying like you can't have your own opinions and like be passionate about causes and stuff. But it's like just letting it affect your life so much.
That's the most. That's the craziest thing. Just waking up mad every day that the other people are there. You're like, what are you doing, dude? You're like, it's gonna just like usually just switches like every 8 years. You're like. You can't be mad for the full 8 years.
Yeah, but
you can.
You can. Yeah.
No, I know some people can, but like, what's your life?
That's their life.
But then there's some people that I know some people that are like hate Trump, and he hasn't even been in for the past 4 years.
Right.
And every single day it's like, well, Trump did this. I'm like, he's not even in power right now. And then I know people too that like even when Trump was in, they were like, Obama, and you're like, he's done, man. Like, what are you doing?
Thanks, Obama.
Yeah,
okay,
guys.
Okay, it doesn't matter who. There's always going to be an opposition, but I feel like, well, I mean, it's pretty obvious in these times. It's just so much more.
I think that
violent.
Is social media.
Oh, 100%.
Which is why
100%.
Which is why Kyle won't be on it at least for a week. Actually, we're gonna see how much better your life is too. Not being on social media for a week.
You're going to lose like 20 pounds. You're not going to the gym. You're going to have a mental clarity. You're going to actually probably you're going to get $500,000 richer somehow. I don't know.
Yeah. Do you play fantasy football?
I do.
You're
you
done.
Can use the fantasy football app.
I can use the ESPN fantasy football app. Yeah.
Yeah, but it better just not on your computer.
No, it's just
on the.
Just
it's
on
only
the fantasy app. It's not the ESPN app. It's just the fantasy
So I'll allow that.
So
I'll allow that app because there's There's actually things that are really on the line if you lose fantasy football. The
That's
election,
true.
everything's going to be the same anyway.
Yeah.
It'll
What's on the line though if I somehow
If you
find out
find
if
out
I break this?
before, I'm going to say that you need to give us each $100.
Oh, there's a.
Why not like a punishment, like something outrageous?
Okay, you need to take the bus to Chicago.
Train? Can I do Amtrak?
No, bus.
Has to be bus.
Yeah, you have to risk getting your head cut off on a bus.
Okay. And
Or is there a better city to go to?
No, well, I don't.
Better
yes,
than worse.
Yes, there is much better cities to go to.
What's a worse city that we could just send you to? What if you had to take the bus to Billings, Montana and stay overnight there?
I could do that.
That'd be, I mean, honestly, I feel like that would be a lot like hunting with no gun. It'd be like very peaceful and relaxing.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
just going out there.
Yeah,
you're
we
just kind of hanging out and then coming
Yeah,
back.
we
But
can't
a
have
bus to
that.
Billings, though, I mean, they stop all the time. A bus to Billings would be like 16 hours.
I don't think it would be. I think
It might be. Buses
It was-
stop all the time.
no, you're right. I had to go to. Well, I took a bus from here to Michigan one time. It was the dumbest thing I've ever. Because it was like $70, and I thought like this is gonna be great. And yeah, dude, you drive through like 10 small towns and then you stop. And then you drive through 10 small towns and then you stop.
Actually, let's do that. Bus to Michigan.
I have to bus to Michigan.
Detroit.
Bus to Detroit.
Well, I feel like that might not be fair because Detroit's an extra. But like, yeah, you have to go. You go and you end up going across Wisconsin, and then you go down into Chicago. And Chicago is actually there's a big snowstorm, and by the grace of God, I got out of Chicago probably 20 minutes before they like canceled all the buses for leaving Chicago. So like people were just stuck in Chicago bus stop, and that's not somewhere you want to be stuck.
You know.
It's like the bus stop
in
is like,
Chicago.
yeah, it
Since,
was
wait,
like
a bus
what?
stop anywhere is a little bit sketch. You get to somewhere big like Chicago. Like,
Most of
and
the
you forget
places were
about it.
pretty chill. Like honestly, you
Yeah.
just get off the bus. They have a couple vending machines. Some of them during the day had like it was like a travel plaza kind of thing, and then
I had a 3-hour layover in Santa Fe Airport once, which is a lot like a bus stop. It's a vending machine, and that's it.
Yeah. Since it was since this is about not creating like not being able to see the results of the election, I was gonna say that you should just take the bus to Washington D.C.
Oh my!
Actually,
word.
if you just got on the
Oh, if
you
I
know
had to-
what'd
what if
be
I had to
even
do it
funny?
with the March
Dude,
for Life
what if we did?
people?
What if we did this?
okay.
Instead of you just waiting for the election, you just have to leave now and get on a bus to Washington, D.C. and be there as the election is called. That would be way better.
Okay. I do like that one. Idea number 2.
Then you can get on open mics and do shows out there, too.
Oh yeah, that'd be fun. Okay. You know how like let's say 2 people bet for football, let's say Green Bay versus the Vikings, right?
Yeah.
At my work just recently, they said, hey, whoever wins the NDSU, SDSU or whatever game, you have to wear the other person's team gear. So if
Yeah.
NDSU wins, the South Dakota State guy has to wear all NDSU.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
versus vice. So like whoever wins, you have to wear the opposition. So like if Kamala wins, you have to like be full Donald Trump stuff, but then go to like I don't know, Democratic headquarters or something like that, or
What
like
stinks is either way, he's going to have to do blackface or orange face, but that's close enough
face,
now. Who's the Democratic headquarters of North Dakota? You just have to go to Bismarck.
There's
for us,
no
like,
there's no Democrats in North Dakota.
I think it's
there's a lot of
I
Democrats.
know.
in
I'm
North
just making that up. I'm making
I,
that up.
I think it's in Grand Forks, if I'm not mistaken. I believe.
You would think it'd be in Fargo, to be honest.
I
You'd
believe
think it'd be
state-
Bismarck because that's the capital.
I think
Not for
state
the-
DNC headquarters is in Grand Forks, if I'm not mistaken. A Republican is Bismarck. Yeah, it's right across.
I
from
feel like the
capital.
only area in North Dakota that votes blue is the Fargo area.
Well, I mean, like 20 years ago, you couldn't get a single farmer to vote Republican when Byron Dorgan had the state party. Like,
What
he
did
used
you
to-
just say?
Byron
Byron
Dorgan.
Dorgan.
He was a
I don't know
Demo-
who that is.
Such a good name.
People voted for him for like 40 years.
I think
He was
he's
this
from
real-
region.
Is he like the governor or
No,
something?
he was a U.S. Senator, Democrat. He was
Oh.
a really strong Democrat candidate in
Borgen?
the state. Byron Dorgan.
Yeah.
Yeah, there wasn't a farmer in the state that voted red like forever.
Yeah, dude, he's from Region.
Then what
He's from-
happened? What
Byron
happened?
Dorgan's from my part of the
He
state.
got old, and I don't know. There was just wasn't any really strong Democrat candidates.
He was
after
born in
done,
42.
so. Is he still alive? He's
Yeah.
not I didn't know that. I thought he had passed away.
Well, then
Oh,
he
no.
should still be a senator if he's still alive. Who cares
That
if
is
you're
actually
100?
now he's usually the age of most politicians.
Yeah, right. Like he's like, I'm getting too old for this. I'm dropping out, and that's why people liked him because he made rational decisions.
Yeah, he's 82. Dude, he was born in a town. I mean, like Regent now has like less than 100 people in it. So
Do you think that the
what if I complete this contest though? Like, shouldn't there be a punishment for you guys?
oh no, you just wanted
No,
to do
we-
it. We're
yeah.
allowing you on. You get to be on the radio, buddy.
Yeah, you get to be on the radio with two superstars.
Yeah, you don't want to go like local legends, Blaze Costner and
Yeah.
Mark Wade Belcher. We've had this radio show for 30 weeks.
Yeah.
So.
I think we're on episode 18, so we're pretty huge now.
Yeah, actually, this is episode 30.
Oh,
Nice.
so I was way off.
I
Honored
wish
to
it was
be on,
episode
guys.
47, so we could just be like whichever president.
Ooh.
Well, would
Episode number 30. Episode 47.
Episode 30, episode 47. That's funny. So what do you... Okay, well, let me ask you this. Who do you think is going to win?
I mean,
Not who do you want to win.
It's not going to be a landslide either way. I think Trump will win Pennsylvania because I know
It's kind of the big swing one, too, that
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
So I think he'll win Pennsylvania, Nevada, Wisconsin. I'll say Trump wins it on those swings, that he'll get Pennsylvania, Nevada, Wisconsin, and that Michigan and Minnesota will stay blue. And I guess Georgia's the other swing one, but I think if you swing Pennsylvania, I think
Yeah, because I think Pennsylvania has a lot more votes than Georgia, right?
not a lot more, but they do have more though.
Gotcha.
They have a bigger population, but Atlanta's huge.
Well,
but
they don't do
yeah.
it by population anymore. They like do like all this gerrymandering and whatnot.
But
and
it's
they
also
carve out-
population in that area, I believe, right?
Yeah, but they always carve it out so that like the with the electoral college and the way they like draw the lines of who,
Yeah.
what segment of the part you're in, it's always like, well, if we take this section right here, we'll get more votes for our side over here, so that we'll just take. And they draw these weird lines. Like it should just like,
Yeah.
in my opinion, I mean, I'm no political analyst, but I feel like it should just be like, as a whole, the state, and maybe even counties if you want to do that. But like they draw like even within the counties, there's like weird
Yeah.
lines that are like, well, that way it's all Republican.
Yeah, it should at least be a county.
Yeah,
Like so there, but if you're dinking those out around outside of the counties and making different lines inside, that's insane.
But yeah,
It's-
I'll say that Trump will swing Pennsylvania red and win off of that.
But they got Pittsburgh.
Yep, that's the city there.
Yeah.
No, every major population center seems to always be blue.
Yeah, well, that's
Yeah,
why
but
it's
these
so
are the
easy-
swing states.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, like that's why they do.
But
it
that'd be
all
like
weird.
Georgia has Atlanta.
Right? And Atlanta's going to vote blue, but then outside of Atlanta is going to be red.
Yeah, but then Arizona too. Like they have Phoenix. Like you
Phoenix
know, so
will
it's
be
like-
blue, and then the rest of like within each like
Oh
Fargo
yeah,
is
but,
blue.
but we're just talking full swing state.
Oh yeah.
So you can
Yeah.
because that'd either be like, but Fargo's blue,
Right.
and it's still gonna go red there. Like your argument
Right.
there,
No,
isn't
we're
that strong.
we're still gonna be a red state, even though like the area where most of us are, and I'm not even in Fargo, but I'm just saying like
Yeah, your part of Minnesota goes
you're
red.
absolutely right. Yeah, no, my part of Minnesota's blue.
Is it?
Yeah,
Well, I guess most of Minnesota's blue though.
yeah.
What's I was kind of surprised when they elected Walz as the VP candidate. Kind of like, well, I figured they go with Shapiro, the governor for Pennsylvania, trying to get that state. Cause I
Oh,
figured,
yeah.
Because I figured if they didn't have Walz as the vice president, it's like, man, they'd probably still vote blue in Minnesota, right? Even
Yeah.
if, so I was kind of surprised by that.
Yeah, that is weird.
Which I do think that they will. I don't think they chose.
Oh, they'll
the,
definitely go blue considering Walz is, the VP
Oh, yeah.
candidate. I mean, so that's not a
Well,
question. But
it's not always because like a lot of people aren't necessarily happy with Walz. You know,
But
like
Minnesota's such homers, dude. Like during one of the Reagan elections, they were the only state that voted Dukakis.
Yeah,
just
dude.
because he was from.
That's one of those
there.
things.
Yeah,
too. It's
well,
the same thing where, like in North Dakota.
Dukakis was awesome. Just kidding. I didn't live there. When
Yeah,
it
same
happened.
thing in North Dakota. Like if there was anyone for any political candidate, like either party, it would be like.
Oh yeah.
If you'd have a North Dakota guy, like
Byron Dorgan,
yeah,
he was still
if all of a
relevant,
sudden,
I
if all of a
mean.
sudden he would have been like VP North Dakota for Democratic Party, North Dakota would just be like, I know that guy.
Yeah.
And you're like, you've never met him. He's just.
I know that
it's
name.
They seem to have this. Yeah, that's probably like the same thing between. Yeah, just like acting. You have like I need to vote for this guy because he's from where I'm from.
Well, even
I
though
see what you're
Walls
saying.
isn't Minnesotan, though, he's a Nebraskan.
Yeah,
For
that is
governor,
true.
you don't have to be from that state. You just
I
have to
know.
live there, which is oddly. Well, I mean, like honestly, I'd rather have a governor that's not necessarily from the state because it basically would be like a snowball, if you know what I mean. Like it would just keep perpetuating the same 1800s ideas, you know, because it'd be like, well, that's what my grandfather did, and then
Yep.
this is what I'm gonna do.
They're
and-
literally grandfathered in.
nice. Do you have a grandfather, Kyle?
I didn't have any grandparents by the time I graduated high school. All of my
Same
grands-
as-
yeah.
I didn't mean
So
like
my both of my parents were youngest of. Well, my mom was 6 of 7, but my dad was 7 of 7. So my grandparents were quite a bit older
Yeah.
by the time I was a kid.
Bad Company had a record called 10 from 6.
Did they? I like Bad Company. I have is Rolling Dice is another one of their records. I have that one that has Rock and Roll Fantasy on
Oh
it.
yeah. It's all Pat.
It's just great smoking music, man. Just anything by Bad Company.
Lung cancer's no joke.
Yeah. Till the day I die. Okay, but here's the thing. Okay, we got to set up some rules here because we got 9 minutes left.
Ooh, rules, okay.
Rules.
Okay,
Wait. Do
Yep.
we have can we write these down?
we'll have to bring up the notes in our.
Here's a pen, Mark Way.
Thank you. Is there any paper? Our favorite jokes
But-
for kids.
Well, did we decide on
There's no paper.
Turner Classic Movies, though? I can watch Channel 31.
No,
I can't watch Channel
You can't
31?
you can't have any TV. You can't.
no TV.
Yeah,
You're gonna
'cause
have to
if
get
you-
books. You're gonna have to get into reading.
I have books.
He's
A
gonna
few.
read.
I mean, I haven't read
Listen,
them.
he's gonna
I
read.
guess I'm
called
gonna read
Election
them now.
Results.
me not thinking that you read. I look at you. I do not think you read books. That's not on me.
I've read a book, man.
I've talked to you before. I don't think you're a learned reader. Don't you? Do you have
So
a,
no-
Do you have the notes app in your phone, Markway?
Yeah, I do. I'll just open it up.
Let's use that.
Okay, so you're saying no TV.
No TV.
No TV at all?
Biggest thing's
I
no.
don't think that you can use TV. TV or radio have to be off because that you have no control over what's going to be said.
Well, radio's the biggest thing. You cannot tune into radio
Yeah.
and not get news. I
Yep.
can't do any radio. But
No TV, no radio. Okay.
Correct.
But you're trying to watch the Vikings game.
I'm just no.
I'll give you updates on the Vikings
Yeah.
game. You can check your fantasy football app. You can
for
use
the
that
score.
app.
All
Yep.
right, so I got that covered.
The fantasy football app, I have that same app. There's never any ads on that thing.
Yeah. I'm not playing this year. I'm actually I'm not upset about it because for the last 3. No, I won big once.
Okay, and then
Fantasy football's okay.
fantasy football's okay. You can read books.
Reading.
No
okay.
newspaper. For sure.
No problem there.
You might need to get your groceries for the week right now because if you go out to a grocery store now, there could just be, people screaming at the sky, and also,
Wait a minute.
Earplugs. I can go.
Yeah.
I can
Well,
go
just
into
wear
it.
earbuds like
Yeah.
you're listening to music when you walk through the store.
yeah, but
Yeah.
they're also there's just magazine covers at the store wherever you go.
Ooh, the store will say like there'll be like a special news week or a special
Yeah.
people that will
Not
be like.
at the Dollar General. I will get my groceries at the Dollar General with earplugs.
I don't
in.
want you to die, Kyle. You can't eat Dollar General food.
Yeah,
They have a couple of groceries there.
you can
They
get some
do.
beef jerky. Well, just stock up today. Stock up today for the week.
Yeah, that's fine. I can
Make
do
one
that.
big pot of chili.
I'm going to be fishing at my cabin at some point.
Oh,
So,
really? Where's
yeah.
your cabin at?
It's an undisclosed location in south central North Dakota.
Okay, sounds good.
dangerous.
Well, wait, can you even? How long are you going to be there for?
A while.
Oh yeah, so I mean, like that.
You're very secretive right now.
He actually has a bunker. He
Yeah.
knows the end is coming, no matter who gets voted in.
Yeah, I got one of those underground ones in the Black Hills, like Jeff Bezos. We're neighbors.
Yeah. He's actually like, they're like, this is the most important election because we don't know if we'll die by nuke from Trump or die by nuke from Kamala.
So either way, we're all dead. Okay. Any other rules? No TV, no radio. Fantasy football's okay. Reading books is okay.
Fishing is okay.
Fishing a cabin, okay.
If you talk to any of those fish though, and they give you any updates, you need to kill them.
So are we saying that you can't go to a grocery store to see the magazine covers? Or any bookstores?
Okay, we'll say that, but I can go to a gas station with earplugs in.
No, gas stations.
Why
Gas
not?
stations have magazines.
I'll pay at the pump.
You have to pay at the
You
pump.
have to pay at the
Okay.
pump.
I'll pay at the
Yes.
pump.
Yeah,
Pay at the pump only.
that means you got to load up on your snacks and your food today.
And gas.
Well, no, gas
Well, I
is
can
fine.
pay at the pump. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it
Well,
better,
the whole thing, I'll have to put in earplugs though. Even though, did you know if you press, I forget the exact button, but if you press one of the buttons on the pump, it actually mutes those stupid commercials.
Oh, really?
They show you. Yeah, there's a mute.
I will have
button,
to figure that out because I'm tired of seeing
Yeah.
Tank Sinatra on those telling me to buy beef jerky.
Yeah, mess with the buttons next time. One of
Okay.
them is mute. Yeah.
Okay, so them's the rules. You can't wait. You need to make sure. I don't want to limit who you're talking to here, but
Well, I can't be adding anyone new. Like I can't be on a dating app.
you might
or
need to
something
just
like that where I don't
deactivate.
know.
You might be able to
Yeah.
just deactivate your Facebook for the week.
Just give
Well,
us your phones.
Facebook and Instagram's off the phone already.
Oh, okay,
It's
okay,
already
yeah.
off the phone.
Give us your
I
phone.
got.
No, he needs fantasy football.
Nope, you don't get a phone.
Um,
You're gonna
well,
have to
I
call
can-
Blaze, and he can
Well,
update
yeah,
your fantasy
yeah,
football
yeah.
for you.
My parents are in on the bit though. They know the bit. So
Okay, you
I
can talk to
have-
your parents.
Yeah, I get communication with
Okay.
them and my brother.
oh yeah.
Does your brother know the bit?
Yeah, they're
Okay.
all in on the bit. Yes.
Okay. Okay. Cool. So you
Family,
need
okay.
you need to not figure out the election results
Mm-hmm.
of the president before. I don't care if your family tells you what ballot measures pass.
Yeah.
They're the ones that actually truly affect us directly.
Yeah, the local elections, the ones that matter, and we just find out.
Yeah.
Just tell you.
My 30-day notice is in for my rental company, so I'm just not voting locally this year because I'm out.
Oh, where are you
So,
going?
I don't know yet, but
Okay.
I'm not staying
Well,
there.
we'll figure that. Well, actually, we just get to choose where you move if you don't do this.
You have 30 days to find a new place. For a week, you have no phone, no
Yeah.
computer. So you're gonna have 3 weeks to find a
Man,
new
I really
domicile.
wish it's $208 to get a
a
bus ticket to Washington D.C. I kind of do just want to send you there and actually be right in the thick of it. Where's a place that, yeah, or if there was a place where you're like people are just gonna go wild because if Kyle gets to experience a riot, there's gonna be a riot either way.
Last riot I was in
That was January 6th. Capitol. Yeah.
it was when the Sioux won the National Hockey Championship in 2016.
Okay.
And,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, kids were just lighting artillery shells and throwing them in University Avenue. That
Oh,
was the
that's
last riot I was
pretty
in.
sweet.
Yeah, somebody
That's not a riot. That's like
they
a
flipped,
war zone.
They flipped a Prius. I mean, my buddy Wimbauer lit a couch on fire in his yard.
Allegedly.
Yeah, yeah.
You can't just be.
Don't say his name. Don't say his name.
Yeah.
Yeah, though.
Doxing everyone
But yeah,
here.
should we just get you a bus to Chicago?
Well,
I don't know.
I'm being steadfast in this, man. I'm not losing this bet. So
So what is it? Quay?
What is?
If he loses, if he finds out before.
I mean, here's the only
not like
thing.
a bus to L.A. or Austin.
Well, we won't
That's too
know.
far.
Like he could come in here and be like, you know how like you open your parents' closet like in November and then you see your Christmas
Yeah,
present?
but no, here there will be clues because we'll be able to tell if he knows or not. He's not that great of an actor.
Mm-hmm. That's why I stick to stand up.
And it's like, here's the thing: we don't lose anything. He just loses because this is him coming to us with something. It's not like he was like, "Hey guys, can we place a bet?" No, this is I want to do this, and we're letting him do it. But there needs to be caveats, otherwise he's just going to check.
Jeez. Well, I feel like, I mean, a bus to somewhere because we can't send you on a bus
Actually,
to.
Either
So-
way, if you had to dress up like Kamala Harris and go somewhere, it's kind of funny.
Oh yeah. Okay. How about this? You have to, if you lose the next week, you have to come to the open mic at the Cellar dressed as the loser of the election.
The loser.
And then
of
you
the
have to do a whole
election.
set, 5 minutes, as the loser of the election.
I can deal with that.
Is that? Yeah, I was gonna say go walk around the Republican or Democratic offices, state offices.
Well, I mean, that would be maybe just around town, but I mean,
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
I feel like we would both have to be there to witness. The,
well, I mean, we'd just have someone video him,
oh yeah,
or he would just, because I mean,
it's
The same thing at-
Joe Biden.
the same thing-
I lost the election, and I'm over here.
he lost the election quite a while ago.
Yeah.
And I have this-
He lost it before it even started.
Yeah.
I'm gonna vote for my friend Donald Trump. He's the guy.
Your Joe Biden sounds a lot like Prince.
Oh my God, yeah. It used to just sound like last week we
Michael
said he sounded like
Jackson,
Michael
Prince.
Jackson.
My Joe Biden sounds like.
Yeah, I guess we can. I guess go to the open mic, but people there are just gonna know you. I think it's funnier if you go somewhere where people don't know you dressed like that.
I'll go to
acting
the
like
state headquarters of the opposing party
Yeah,
Dressed
Dressed
as
like
the
the other one.
person.
as
Okay.
the loser. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Do that, and then we'll either. Hopefully, it's Bismarck, so we can have like Weichel or someone video you.
Yeah.
That is not an endorsement for who it is. I was just like, I don't know anyone in Grand Forks to go have.
We can find somebody in Grand Forks that'll. I mean, we have the woke mob everywhere across the nation. So
Yeah,
that's our listeners. They're called
yeah,
the woke
woke mob.
The woke mob.
Because they woke
Yeah.
up for this.
Yeah.
Woke mob.
Nice.
Yeah,
They're all over the place. Well,
yeah.
okay.
Okay,
There it is, I guess.
there it is. We got it. We'll write it down. Thanks for coming in, Kyle. This will be fun. Guys, honestly, the world isn't going to end tonight, no matter who wins. So, I don't know. Just don't worry about it. Honestly, it'll be much more fun for everyone if no one yells from either side.
Oh, people
It's
have
just-
already done that. They've already gone and beat up people at election polls and stuff like
Oh,
that.
yeah. And then, and today it's like, actually, what's funny is someone just changed their picture today. They had an AI image of just Trump making out with Kamal. I was like, man, that's actually pretty perfect.
It would be hot though.
Well, yeah, I'm not saying I wouldn't watch.
Josh DeLay had that joke about Trump and Hillary
Hillary,
meeting at
yeah.
the hotel. That was funny.
Frank's
All
Red Hot.
I put that stuff on everything.
And everything. Okay, cool,
Ow.
guys. Well, thanks for listening in. What else do we got going on this week? You got new shows coming up, Kyle?
Next week, so a week from now, so that following Wednesday, I will be in Jamestown, North Dakota with Nathan Folsebach at Woolies. And that Thursday night, I will be in Williston at Outlaws, also with Nathan Folsebach. And then I'm in the Black Hills in December. But yeah, that's all I got coming up.
Nice, cool. If you guys are at Quay and I will be in West Fargo at 701 local on Friday.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be a super fun show this Friday. Yep. 701 local. Oh, no, did I? Sorry.
Yep, and then then at Unwind in Dilworth on Saturday.
The 9th? Yeah.
Yep. And then next Friday, where will I be? Oh, that Friday I'll be in Pelican Rapids, someplace, and then Wapaton. That's Saturday. I don't know. We'll figure it out. You guys can figure it out. Follow us all on Instagram. Follow Kyle
at Nefla, Knoepphla.
Yeah, and me at Blazer Couch, and Marquay at Marquay Quay. Hey, cool guys. Have a great day.
Bye. Hey, aloha.
Toodaloo.